Hi, this is Molly Carr. I'm one of the kindergarten teachers at Greenbrier Elementary, and today I want to go over some of the sounds and the hand motions that your students will be learning this year in class. We've already begun to unlock so many of our sounds, and I can't wait till all the sounds are unlocked, but I'm going to give everyone a sneak preview right now. So, with each of the sounds that we learn, we have a hand motion, and we don't use the letter names until later on in the year because we don't need letter names to know how to read. We need to know what sounds they make. So we only make the letter sounds. So as we go through it, I'll be using the letter sounds. So we begin. We say A says ah, ah. And we hold our hand up like this, like we're holding an apple. So this is ah, ah. A can also say A. It can say its own name. So if it says its own name, then we take our skywriter up into the sky and we draw an A. So this is A, and this is ah, ah. B says B. And when we say the sound B, we bounce a ball for B. C says K, like cat whiskers. So we say K, K. D says D, D. And we make doggy ears for D. E says eh, eh. We make an edge, an edge. E can also say its own name, E. And if it says its own name, then we get out our skywriter and we draw an E. This is E. This is eh. F says like a fan going around in a circle. I says I, and we itch ourselves for I. I can also say its own name. And if a vowel says its own name, what do? We skywrite it. So our skywriter comes up and we draw an I. So this is an I and this is an I. G says G, and we put our hand on our throat so we can feel our throat move. G, G. H says H, H. It's an unvoiced sound, so we just hold our hand out so we can feel the air going past our hand. H says H. K says K, K. And for K, we make a K in sign language, and then we turn them into a kangaroo and hop like a K, K, kangaroo. J says J, J. And so we take our pinky out, and just like in sign language, we're going to make a swoop with our pinky to make a J, J. L says ol, ol. We'll make our hand into a ol, put it next to our chin, and bring it out. So our tongue that's touching the top of our mouth, our top of our palate, is going to push that ol sound out. Ol, ol. M says and we rub our tummies because it's good. N says and we touch our nose for the sound of O says ah, and we make an octopus, an octopus. O can also say its name because it's a vowel too. So we skywrite that O. We skywrite an O, and we have a octopus. P says p, p. It's another unvoiced sound, and we got to catch that puff of air that comes out. So we're going to p, 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 catch the p. QU says qua, qua. And so we put the Q and the U together and make it one sound. And it says qua, qua, like a queen wears her crown. This is qua, qua. R says and so we're going to do and make it a rabbit and have him hop by. So this is a rabbit, rabbit that's hopping by. S is and for we make a snake. We have a snake for our hand motion for s. T says t, t, and we put our hands together to form an uppercase t, t. U says and then we point up into the sky. That's You can also say its own name because it's a vowel. So we get our skywriter out and write a U. This is U. This is V says v, v. So we're going to make a V with our fingers, touch our chin, and then vibrate that V outwards. V, v. W says w, 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 like waterfall or water coming down. W. X says x, x, back in the back of your throat. So we're going to mark the spot in the back of our throat that we make the x sound with and draw an X marking the spot. X, x. Y says y. So we're going to make our bodies into a y. Y, y. Z says z, z. And we take our finger and become a bumblebee that goes in a z pattern. Z, z. I hope that's helpful as y'all begin to learn your sounds. As we learn more digraphs and blends, you'll be able to look at another video so that we can learn all of those. I hope that y'all are having a good time learning your sounds so that we can read. We'll see you soon.